What's up, guys? How you doing? It's Mr. Joel, the crypto educator. As you can see, I'm in my classroom today, so I'm not lying. I am an educator. All right, so here's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about Bitcoin, and I want to talk about what I think is happening with the market right now. So first things first, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still the king, bro. Don't trip out about the fact that it's been going down, and I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people have a lot of theories. I have a few theories of my own. I mean, these are my own theories. These are things that I think are actually happening based off of, market manipulation, based off of Chinese New Year, based off of FUD. So I'm going to go over a bunch of those things quickly, kind of give you guys a little bit of a, an understanding of what I think is actually happening. And if you actually do your research, you'll probably feel like a lot of this stuff is true. But again, I'm just speculating. I can't be 100% sure, just like anyone else that does any video or anything posting on crypto, because the market is basically you guys telling us what's going to happen, as well as Wall Street investors and institutionalized investors. So let me get into what I think is actually happening in this market. So we first saw the Korean FUD and the Chinese FUD this last year, in the more recent year, closer to the end of 2017. So what we saw was China had this huge amount of FUD about canceling exchanges and getting rid of them. Then Korea had it, and Korea is like pretty much the biggest investor of Bitcoin in pretty much the world in terms of the amount of people and how much they own and how many people are trading, etc. So their government kind of got freaked out because their prices were ridiculously inflated, like $2,000 more expensive for a Bitcoin, and people were paying for that. So that was not a good thing for Bitcoin. That's why CoinMarketCap got rid of them off the exchanges. This is why their government actually, even though they're making it so Bitcoin can't really be done the way it's supposed to, and it can't be done privately, and you can't really trade privately, people will still do it, but most people don't care. They want to play the market as if they're playing stock markets or anything else. So they're okay with that. So once they get that all sorted and settled, that's when you're going to start probably seeing, money come back into the market. A lot of people pulled out and got scared. Then you also have in China right now, as Chinese New Year coming up in a couple weeks, they got to pay for like flights all over the country. They got to show their family their status in terms of money. So people then pull a ton of money out. They got those little red envelopes and they send them to each other. And I live in Thailand right now. I work in an international school. So what you'll actually see is, even though I'm in Thailand international school, I see that here too. We have tons of Chinese people in Thailand, and actually half the population is Chinese Thai, right? So you can actually see a lot of that here. So people are going to pull money out, and that's fine. You have to realize that when there's an up, there's a down. 4 years running, January has been a down month for Bitcoin. No problem. HODL your stuff. You're good. Okay. Now, in terms of market manipulation, last year and the last 4 years, we did not have futures markets. Futures markets did not exist. There was none of that. So once we add futures into play and we have people on Wall Street in play, I have a feeling that somehow they're manipulating the market. Not every part of the market. They don't have that much money. They don't have trillions of dollars sitting around, but they have a lot of money that they can manipulate it with. So if you have, 800 investors that are billionaires, and they all come together and say, hey, let's manipulate the market, and there is no SEC regulation, they all go, okay, we're going to short Bitcoin, and then we're going to sell our $100 billion worth of it. We're going to sell all of our Bitcoin, and it's going to go down. And we're going to make a ton of money, because when you short Bitcoin, you get 5 for 1, okay? So if you bought 1 Bitcoin to short it, and it goes down, you get 5 times that value. Same as if it goes up, you lose 5 times that value. So they can double up this way, right? They bought Bitcoin low. It went and skyrocketed up. They shorted it at like $20,000, and then boom, 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 it comes back down. And over the course of the first month of futures, they make a ton of money. What you're going to see, and what I think is going to happen, is January 26th, the futures market end. So I feel like by the time the 29th of January starts, more of that money, they're going to go and they're going to buy futures. They're going to want it to go up. Guess what they're going to do? That money that they took out is going to go back into the market. And another thing is, once Chinese New Year ends, people put their money back in the market. And all the new investors that are waiting, I have 30 friends waiting for their accounts to go through with $10,000, $20,000 they want to put in at one time. So that alone is a ton of money, just ton of capital. For every 10 of my friends is $100,000 they're going to put in the market. So imagine how many other people are doing the same exact thing. There is so much potential, okay? So don't freak out at all. Let it ride, okay? That is pretty much what I'm thinking is happening. So what we should probably see is them go long on Bitcoin, the second futures market, Bitcoin go back up. And what we're going to, I really truly believe what we're going to see is an up and then a down and then an up and then a down. Every month, it's going to be a wave. And generally, what's going to happen is because those people are manipulating it, it'll be less and less manipulated as all of us put our money in and hold, right? If we don't take it out, it doesn't go down. So if they only have the play of like 200 to 300 billion as a group, once we get to like $10 trillion or $5 trillion, their money won't affect the market as much. But right now, because we're not in a huge amount of money yet, amount of money compared to other markets yet, this is most likely what's causing the market to be like this. So these are my thoughts. Of course, I could be wrong, but I feel like if you really look at the way Wall Street generally works, there's a very good chance that I'm right about this situation and the theories. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I believe by this time next week, everything will be way up. We'll be back at over 600 billion market cap, and things will just start to go back up. And I feel like Bitcoin will then have a run to $25,000 or $30,000. So when you're playing it, you could do a couple things. You could put into USDT when it goes down and then wait for it to come hit a bottom and then buy Bitcoin back to make money. There's a lot of ways you can play it. But what I have to say is this. If you hold, you will win in any market. Doesn't matter what you do. Like EOS, for example. When I bought it, it was $3, okay? So I bought it like a couple months ago, 3 months ago. It was $3. It went up. The market crashed. It went down. It only went down to $8. So what am I telling you? If you hold stuff, over time it goes up even more. And it gets to a point where even when it corrects, it won't go down to where it started. So if you just bought in, chill out, man. Chill. Okay, look at the trends in the market. The only thing that's different right now is this futures market. And generally, it won't last the way that they want it for that long if we start investing our money in good projects. So I'll make more videos soon about how to do some research into ICOs, into coins, what you should be looking for, things that you should consider. But other than that, that's all I have to say for today. So just want to give you guys a little bit of an update so you have an idea what's going on. And yeah, share this video. Click on the link at the bottom. If you haven't got a Binance account or Coinbase account, please do sign up. Get started. Watch my other videos so you know what to buy. And well, not what to buy, but what I consider a good buy. Okay, because remember, I am not a financial advisor. I am an educator. Okay, and that means that you know what I'm telling you is information that I've done research on, and I think really will do well in the future. And if you do your research, you'll probably agree with me on projects that I'm going to tell you guys about later. So yeah, have yourselves a great day and keep doing what you're doing. Don't stress out. Don't panic. Relax, chill, and only invest money that you can lose. And when I tell you that, because you won't panic if you don't care if you lose it. Think about it like this when you trade in crypto, especially right now. You go to a casino, you have a certain amount of money that you would lose and you would be okay with. You go into crypto, I'm going to invest 5K, and if I lost 5K, it wouldn't ruin my life. Okay, my life would not be over. I have food, I have rent money. All that stuff should be covered first. Use the extra for crypto. That is my biggest advice for all you guys, because if you invest and you mortgage your house, you're going to live a really stressful lifestyle in cryptocurrency because it goes up and it goes down a lot. It's volatile. So be okay with that. The best way to do it is put money that's risk capital that you don't really need to know or worry about. Leave it in there. I bet you if you woke up tomorrow and it was 2019, you'd be good. Trust me, you'd be so good because it's just going to keep going up. If you get the right projects, they're going to keep going up. Right? Not all the projects are going to do well. 90% probably will die in the next 2 years. But if you do your research and you get into good stuff, they're the Amazons, the Googles, the Facebooks, all that kind of stuff. That's what you want to be in. This is what I'm trying to invest in. And if you saw Mike Norwitz, he actually just invested in EOS. Buy some EOS, man. $325 million fund just to advance the technology for EOS. It's going to be huge. get yourself some EOS, okay? If you don't get it, it's up to you. You can buy or sell whatever you want. But I'm telling you right now, EOS has made me $1.5 bags, and I didn't invest that much money, okay? So you can do really well with it. Buy it if you think that you'll do well. Do your research. You'll find out. Anyways, that's my tea for today. You guys have a wonderful day or evening, probably if you're in North America, and I will see you guys later.